What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. As we were 24 hours pretty much back from, after Backlash SmackDown pay-per-view, I was at the show. If by any chance, please check out my review and check out some of the live reactions I posted. It's not much, and I could post more if I wanted to, but a lot of these were kind of through Snapchat and may have been only 10 seconds. I'll put them up there just because if it works, but I do have some entrances up there if you want to come check them out on my channel. We do have a review of Backlash 2017 and my thoughts on it, and a review and live reactions of NXT TakeOver Chicago. So it was a busy weekend, but we kicked it off on Monday Night Raw. Raw. We kicked it off with Bray Wyatt coming out as he talking to everybody to stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. And he talks about the beast coming, how he shall slay the beast, he says. He will free all of the people and take and, feed the beast itself its black heart, and that all 4 men will suffer at Extreme Rules, and says, I alone can protect you. And talks about Seth Rollins, he can't protect you, he sacrificed Rollins and Joe. And, Finn Balor, and he talked about, you fans live vicariously through him, that the demon will see the truth also. And once they brought out Roman Reigns, talked about the yard. You have a yard, I have the world, he says. Until Roman came out, he got booed out the building. And, you're going to run your mouth with whose yard is. This is my yard and stuff. And he pretty much said, it's good to see you, old friend, which I thought that was kind of funny, especially how even Roman says, hello, old friend. I know you guys were never friends, but that's kind of funny to me, like when he has friends. And he told Wyatt, I'm the only one that can beat Brock Lesnar. And once he wins the Extreme Rules, he's going to beat Lesnar. And he told Wyatt to get his ass out of his yard until Kurt Angle came out and talk about the whole new era thing again. And that one-on-one right now, it would be Bray versus Roman Reigns. And when I sit there and listen to Bray Wyatt and his promo, stand up, stand up, stand up, I don't know if Monday Night Raw moving, I don't know, maybe this will be the best idea for him, depending on what they do. Something, he is being booked a little bit better, because he actually has won a couple matches, maybe on a couple technicalities, but I don't know, every time I listen to Bray Wyatt, it's like he's got the good promo, but it's just, I'm so used to him. It's like he says the same shit over, saying what he's gonna do, but he never accomplishes it, and he just loses all the time and stuff. But at least they did somewhat mention Lesnar throughout this thing, and he's talking about slaying the beast and stuff, but they're just trying to hype, the Fatal 5-Way, and they had the one-on-one match until Samoa Joe came out, trying to choke out both of those guys until Seth Rollins made the save. And Kurt Angle says, you know what? Tag team match tonight. After that. But I don't know what to say about Bray Wyatt right now. Give it time, I guess, but we'll see. The Drifter, well, then I don't know if I want to see, because I don't know. Bray Wyatt, I can't trust Monday Night Raw with Bray Wyatt, so what the fuck am I talking about? Roman Reigns, the Drifter went up to Kurt Angle and playing his guitar. He said, you know what? You can have your debut match tonight. It's going to be against Ambrose. Akira Tozawa won against Daivari, which finally they showed some other cruiserweights on this show for once. Which he pretty much, Tozawa won a senton, pretty much a squash match. But, I don't know. The cruiserweights. Which Kendrick pretty much said that tomorrow's a street fight. And first of all, I didn't know this feud was still going, because I don't watch 205 Live, so I personally cannot give a shit about 205 Live nowadays. So I we'll see what happens, but I was actually surprised to see them. Charlie Caruso was talking to Sasha Banks, talking about the rubber match with Alicia Fox, and Sasha was gonna have this get out of jail free card because she's finished with both of these crazy ones until they walked up to her, and we'll see who's the boss then. Then Elias Samson was in the ring. He did sing, which I still think is, I don't know, since listen, Elias Samson sucked ass in NXT. There's no doubt about that. Like, he sucked badly at NXT. His NXT run was horrible. When I saw that Loser Leaves NXT match, like, with Chris Hero there, Cassius Ohno, who you think was gonna leave? Chris Hero just got the fuck there, so I didn't never think he was leaving at all. I never thought he was leaving in one way or another. Never was, but... And then they tried to let he was going to do a mask thing with him, but I guess they dropped that idea, which he had a big pop in Orlando, if I remember. But, you know, him coming to the main roster, he wrestled Dean Ambrose. He actually wrestled a really good... I didn't think it'd be a competitive match, number one. I didn't really think it would be. But at least Samson did put on a really good match. I will say that. I did like that knee strike he did from when Ambrose jumped off the top rope and he did another knee, but, you know, Dean Ambrose has got to, you know, do that whole lariat counter thing most of the time and take him out. But in DQ, Miz pretty much interfered. He had a DQ, and I don't know. Samson, will he keep singing? I don't know. He took out Ambrose at the end, so I guess we can give Elias Samson on Raw. Oh, and this is Raw, and this is Vince. I'm sure he'll push him up to the moon like he did with Strowman there. But we'll see how this goes for Samson, because it's like I said before, his whole shit on fucking Raw on NXT was horrible. I'm surprised he was even called up. Somebody took out Enzo in the back as Cass was looking for him, and he told Kurt Angle, "You better hope, you better find him for I do." I don't know what they have for Enzo and Cass right now. They've been just, thank God they got him away from the club finally. That took a horrible dive too many times. Finn Balor came out and talked about to the Balor Club until Paul Heyman came out. And talk about who's going to win the Fatal 5-Way and who's going to be Brock Lesnar's next freaking victim. And, you know, Samoa Joe's a hired mercenary, a badass, but he's a victim of Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns to put the dead man down, and the odds-on favorite. He's a next, everyone's, you know, Lesnar's next victim. But Balor pretty much says he's nobody's victim, and Heyman says you're not underdog either. But you know, they're not gonna see you coming, but I see you coming. And he talked about how Brock, you know, comparing, you know, talk about his accomplishments, and that Finn Balor's, you know, he's got a very talented in the ring right now, but he doesn't have what it to go against Brock Lesnar, he says. And he kind of wished Finn Balor luck. You know, it could be the possibility of Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. And he shook his hand. But Balor pretty much says that, you know, he wishes Lesnar was here. And he says, because you know what? You tell Brock Lesnar I would beat him. I guess it would ever pay for you. Most likely that Great Balls of Fire bullshit. Because he never lost the title. Until Carl Anderson came out then and stuff. So Heyman coming back at least gives more knows that Brock is coming back. I guess it's Great Balls of Fire. So I guess that'll happen. Finn Balor went against Carl Anderson, which was a really competitive match, surprisingly. I thought it would be a squash since, you know, all these guys are former Bullet Club members, but it was a, you know, pretty good match. Wasn't bad. If you can actually give the club somewhere to shine, they can do some shit like they did in New Japan instead of fucking burying them for the past, I don't know how long, year now. But really great, really competitive match. Finn got the win. Coup de grace. So that was good. Sasha Banks went against Alicia Fox. Jesus, why is this feud still going? Sasha won with the her knee thing from the double knees and won until Noam Dar distracted her, and Alicia Fox had a scissors kick. Dude, I don't know what they're going with this feud. I don't know why Sasha's taking the back seat. That was as questionable as fuck last week. I don't know why they got Sasha doing it. I'm really surprised she's not even in the title picture right now. Because even I felt it just felt like it felt with Bush League last week. Like somebody told me. Alicia Fox hasn't won a match in 2015. How the fuck are you beating a fucking 3-time champion and stuff? Dude, I don't know. I don't know. Cruz and Titus were talking in the back, and you know, Cruz was talking about the Titus brand again, you know, and Titus tried to offer him it, but I guess he didn't want no part of it. I don't still know what to do with this Titus thing, but one thing that was noteworthy was Goldust. Heel Goldust. Talking about Truth, how he turned on him. And this was a, we're going back, throwback Goldust, right? We're going back to the 90s Goldust. We're talking about Shattered Dreams Productions, alright? The artist formerly known as Goldust. He was singing Director's Chair. And that Truth, his light is flickering, if you want another chance to shine on the silver screen. And Goldust was handed a script. He said, I don't need a script, alright? Because this picture, he's back in the director's chair. Because the golden age is back. And we're bringing that old school Goldust back. I got no problem with that. And that Goldust I want to see. Bring the wig back, bring the jacket back. Let's get that vintage Goldust back. The 90s one, alright? Shattered Dreams. Artist formerly known. I don't know if they can't get away with all the weird shit, but hey, we got the director's chair again. It's a good step. It's a good step in the right direction. So I'm down with that. Alexa Bliss talked about what she did to Bayley. The whole Kindle stick thing. They showed a picture of it. And Bayley can't handle it and stuff. Cruz went against Kalisto. Kalisto won with Selena Del Sol, and I don't know, Tyson just kept arguing. I don't know where that's going. Like I said, I don't know. At least Cruz is doing something. I guess Cruz is turning heel or whatever. How they're gonna do this, I really not have an idea yet, but we shall see. Matt Hardy winning against Sheamus. Delete chance, Brother Nero chance. Pretty good match. After that, Matt was able to get the win after Sheamus did try to get involved, but Jeff took out Cesaro. Cesaro got involved. Sheamus tried to go for a bro kick, but Matt hit a twist of fate. And he pretty much said yes, even though I'm not going to talk about the whole Anthem case right now. I heard some things from the Ed Nordholm guy today, but we'll get into that another time. But Matt said at Extreme Rules there will be a steel cage match. I feel like we've seen this match multiple times recycled, but I was surprised they didn't pick a ladder match, but I think we've seen enough ladders right now since WrestleMania. So we will do a cage match at Extreme Rules between the Hardys and Sheamus and Cesaro. Austin Aries winning against Tony Nese. I guess he got rid of TJP right now, so Aries did beat Tony Nese for the last chancery as which will be a submission match between him and Neville at Extreme Rules, and Neville pretty much hit the Rings of Saturn on Nese after he lost, so I don't know. So, submission match, I guess, but I don't know. The crowd, once again, I gotta say, the Cruiserweights just can't catch a break, but then again, this is WWE's fault for what they've done with the Cruiserweight division, and they pretty much started chanting CM Punk, and I know fans tried to boo it out and didn't work. I was in Chicago, I was at Backlash last night, and I don't know, CM Punk chants, you never know. Some people with the CM Punk chants, some people not. I was surprised Chicago really tried to drown a lot of people out of the CM Punk chance by saying boo. I don't know why. Well, maybe because it was a SmackDown pay-per-view, so that's understandable. Even NXT, but even I think that Jinder Mahal match should have deserved a CM Punk chance. Now this is Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw gets every CM Punk chant that comes at them for several thousand damn reasons. Even if it's not Stephanie and Nat, they should just not put on shit shows most of the time. So I have no problem against the CM Punk chants. Some may be, but I don't really have a problem. Now, it's the beach ball, that's a whole different story, but it's still funny at the same time. Alexa Bliss went against Mickie James. Quick match. Alexa went with the DDT, and then she took the kendo stick and hit Mickie. And after that, Bayley pretty much came out for the save. this Kendall stick on a pole match is a very Vince Russo idea. Mickie James, I just don't know what to say about Mickie James. Like, ever since she came back, her return has been very bad. I'm sorry. Like, it's just hasn't really worked out in favor for this girl. Like, they really haven't done a lot with her, in my opinion. Like, it's just, she just feel like she's wasted. Like, she gets no reaction every time she comes out. Man, I like Mickie James, but her returns has been very bad ever since she came back to WWE. It's just, they don't look like fans, like I said before, fans look like they don't know who the fuck she is. I don't know why, but they don't. But I really do believe that Mickie James is being wasted a lot. Main event time, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins against Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt. Had a really great, really good main event. Really great match, especially for the main event. It was really good. The heels went over. Roman Reigns missing the Superman punch on Bray Wyatt. I think it was Joe. Joe dodged and he actually bumped into Seth. Seth Rollins was telling him to watch where you're going until Bray pulled Roman out the ring and Joe hit the Coquina clutch and pretty much was the win after that. So at least the heels did go over there. They got the win and stuff. And then they showed Finn Balor in the back and said, hey, you put a great main event on tonight, Kurt, but I want a piece of that next week. Hey, I want one of these guys. And Angle says, you know, you're not going to get one. You're going to get two. So, and even though Kurt Angle called Finn Balor, he didn't say Balor. He said Baylor. I thought that was pretty funny. Like, wrong name, Kurt. Yeah, oh, yeah, one more thing. They messed up. They botched the entrances also tonight. Bray Wyatt comes out first, and then Seth Rollins' music hits, and then it turns to Samoa Joe's music, so that was another botch thing. But next week, Memorial Day, it will be Finn Balor, not Baylor, versus Samoa Joe versus Bray Wyatt in a triple threat, and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. It's Kurt Angle says, damn, I'm a great GM. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. So, a lot of matches, I'll say that, but I don't know. When you're watching Raw, you just seem to drown out after the second, third hours. Some stuff was kind of flat. It's a very flat show, and the ratings haven't really been great, really, because I think, like I said, people have caught on to Raw's bullshit, and, you know, they just know the truth at this point. They know they're bullshit. And, you know, they're not gonna deal with it no more. But we'll see what happens next for Memorial Day next week, so, that's my review of Raw. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Like I said, live reactions to Backlash, review, AMC TakeOver Chicago, live reactions, everything. Please check that out. I'm out. See you guys later. Peace.